that, this is kind of up to you. Because spray deodorant, I mean, it does cost a couple bucks. And why didn't anybody tell me? Hey, it's me. So today, as you can tell from the title, it has been a full year since I've joined the Itty Bitty Titty Committee. Come on, bring it up. So a quick disclaimer, I do have children, I have a pug, they're all very loud, so if you hear them, I apologize. I can't really keep them away from me, you know, they're my kids and my dog. So anyway, with that being said, I have my original video here that I first did on my channel. I actually wasn't even planning on having a channel back then. I just wanted to make a quick series about my breast reduction surgery and help some other women because I looked up a lot of research on YouTube and it really helped me. So I thought that I would provide my input for others. And I ended up continuing on with a channel. So if you are a returning person, if you're a returning subscriber to my channel, yes, it started out with me talking about my breast reduction surgery. And if you are here from the breast reduction surgery playlist, hi, my name is Chelsea. I make a lot of videos about various indigenous topics. Here's my first video here, and I'm going to kind of like fill you in on if I still agree with a lot of the things that I learned and talked about in this video, and at the same time I'll also be kind of like trolling myself because, like I said, this is my very first video here. I didn't know how to act like myself and like natural in front of the camera yet. I had like a lot of notes in front of me and it was a whole thing. So yeah, a quick update. I am 1 year post-op. So the day that I had recorded this video, I was about 5 days before the surgery. My surgery was on August 20th, 2018. Today is August 26th, 2019. So it's a little bit past the year mark, but I mean, a girl can film when she can film, you know it. My life doesn't center around YouTube, even though I kind of wish it did. It'd be really fun. Anyway, and let's see. Things that I can do. I can sleep on my stomach again. I have been able to for quite a while. Quick estimate, I don't really remember for sure, but I think about 6 months it took me before I could comfortably sleep on my stomach. Although it still kind of does bother me if I like lean on my boobs a certain way. It bothers me if they get pushed into, which is something that my kids do a lot. If I get hit, it really hurts. My nipples are still like super sensitive, like painful sensitive, not like in a good way sensitive. So it's not like great for them to like rub up against certain things. I still wear wireless bras because a wire does bother me at the scar area. My scar is still, you know, pretty big, pretty dark yet. I did try a few different things to get rid of scarring. Actually, I have some of these things right here. These are silicone scar sheets. I don't know the effectiveness of these truly because I only used them for a month. You're supposed to use them for at least 3 months before you actually see any results. And I also use Mederma Scar Cream. I found that the children's worked best because it had the most of the agent that gets rid of the scarring. I don't remember what it's called. So, shoot, I can't open these up. But I just got these at Meijer in like the pharmacy section. They come about that big. I cut it in half and then I don't remember how many of these I used, but I used several of them and I just kind of like lined them up all around my different scarring areas. And I just got tired of trying to keep up with all that. So I haven't done this in forever. These are reusable as well. You have to wash them every night and then you use this thing to dry them out. So there's that. I don't really know what else I have for you. If you have any questions, or if I think of anything... Okay. So if you have any questions, just get at me in the comments. If I think of anything else, then I will create a pinned comment. And why don't we get started on this video? Okay, so my first video is called My Breast Reduction Experience Part 1, Tips and Pre-Op Instruction. I'm going to go ahead and increase the speed so that we don't have to listen to my slow talking for 27 minutes. Like, holy shit. But, I mean, this video is information-packed. So, okay, play.
Hey guys, my name is Chelsea. I've decided to document my experience in breast reduction. Name and title. I've never created content on YouTube before, but I have been a viewer of YouTube for quite some time. I think that YouTube is amazing. You know how much information you can find on YouTube and entertainment as well. But if you want to skip my story and go straight to...
You like how I had to, like, explain myself? Like, this is why I'm on here. I'm not trying to be, I don't know, a YouTuber or something. I just really wanted y'all to know that I was genuine, so.
Tips or my pre-op experience. I'll put a timestamp in the description box so you can check that out. So with that being said, I have done hours and hours and hours worth of reading, research, breast reduction. I don't know why I'm like this, but I guess the reading wasn't enough because I turned to YouTube to view videos of real experiences, witness what women have gone through the breast reduction process. I wanted to know everything, you know, how should I prepare, what do I need to buy, what should I expect, what are the different time frames for, you know, each milestone of the healing process. I watched so many videos by other women, and I can link a few in the description box, but it really helps me. So yeah, I don't have a channel, I'm not a YouTuber, this obviously isn't monetized, and I know there's already a plethora of videos on YouTube.
Yeah, well, you a YouTuber now, girl.
I'm getting breast reduction, but, you know, I'm going through the process, these videos helped me, so I just kind of thought that I would document it myself as well, and maybe I can help somebody else in the future that might be going through the same thing I am. In addition to documenting the process, I've decided to start it before I've gotten the surgery. Currently, I am 5 days pre-op. I'm still the same me I have been for quite some time. So I'm currently in double beach, and well, my back and my neck are fire. But I'm going down to a beach house. That's my plan. So.
I don't experience back or neck pain anymore since my breast reduction. So it's very comforting to know that my large chest, like all the weight on the chest, it definitely did affect my posture, and it made me hunch a lot, and I had constant back and neck pain, and I used to get headaches all the time, and I don't really get headaches anymore, so.
And honestly, I can't believe that the surgery's around the corner, because I've been thinking about it for a while. I scheduled it in May. You know what, I scheduled it 15 years ago. So yeah, I pretty much wanted a breast reduction as soon as I realized that they were big, you know, people can get breast reduction. I was pretty young when this happened. I was only 13 years old when I reached the peak cup, which isn't that big. But, you know, when you're a 13-year-old child and your classmates are making fun of you and they're calling you names like pumpkin tip, and wha-bam. You know,
Wha-bam!
For a 13-year-old child, it really makes in your body. So I reached the peak cup by the end of high school. And I'll insert a picture here. It's the best picture I could find. Me and my 18-year-old Lori and a strap sticking in my shoulder. Then I have 3 kids. Right now they're almost 8, almost 4, and they're 2. So after I had them, the last one, I went up to a triple D. And I'll insert a picture here, but by the way, I'm not wearing a bra.
Oh my god. Let's go back to that real quick. Whew. I really wasn't wearing a bra right there. Can you see that? And apparently, my husband said that somebody asked him, because we're actually at his place of work here. I mean, he wasn't working, but that is where he works. And I guess somebody that he works with actually asked him, like, are those real? Is that your voice?
Not wearing a bra. So by now I've gained an immense amount of confidence and acceptance in myself, obviously compared to before. But I still dislike my breasts. It's not exactly a sanity issue. I've actually been dealing with real physical pain. And I exercise.
You know what? I take that back. When I said that it wasn't a vanity issue, I think what I was meaning was it wasn't, you know, like, I want nicer boobs or whatever, but I should have also said that I did have some, like, dysphoric issues with it. So, like, when I would look in the mirror, I would actually, like, see with my eyes and in my mind, I would see a woman that didn't have such large breasts. And it wasn't until I would see pictures of myself that I was like, goddamn, those are big. So yeah, it wasn't just not having vanity. It wasn't just the physical pain that made me want to get it. I did have some dysphoric issues with them.
It's not only for my health, it's kind of a hobby, I like to do yoga. So I try to exercise to also relieve the pain. And it's kind of hard to do that when your boobs are in the way too. It's a vicious circle. I did not take this decision lightly. Like I said, I've been thinking about this for
I haven't done yoga since.
15 years, 28. My social life almost always involves, with the eyes, big dark like your eyes. My professional life too. Shopping for clothes is a nightmare. All bras for big sensitive women are super expensive. They're always plain and nude or black. I can never find a swimsuit top. They're painful anyways, especially if they're a halter. They dig into my neck and cause pain and red marks. Chances are, if you're watching this video, I've already said a lot that you already know. So the final straw that made me finally want to take the plunge and get surgery was this spring. I had lost about 20 pounds from November 2017 to about February.
Gained it all back.
And I had gone down one cup size. I was a triple D, now I'm a double D. But at the same time, my daughter stopped breastfeeding that same month, that November. So I kind of think that the decrease in cup size was because of breastfeeding, not losing weight. So I pretty much tried anything that I could to get it down. But I was a D cup to start with, and even then it was uncomfortable. So anyways, I digress. After spending a few months of doing nonstop research and reading and meeting my surgeon, my process basically starts here. I just want to clarify that I am following my doctor's instructions. So if your doctor gave you instructions that don't match mine, follow your doctor's instructions. So first thing, right now I'm 5 days pre-op. So I've already started following some of my doctor's instructions. The first one, the earliest one they wanted me to do was to not take certain medications for 2 weeks. So the only one I'm really messing right now is ibuprofen. So I was instructed to get antibacterial soap. And then use it to wash the general area where the surgery is going to take place. So they wanted me to start doing that 7 days pre-op. So I've been doing that for a few days already. There are a few different kinds of brands like Soap and programs or whatever, but I just really want to watch out for the antibacterial label.
I still
label,
suggest this.
Antibacterial. I noticed when I was searching for it that these same brands also sold a lot of soaps that weren't antibacterial. So you want to look for the label.
I was just about to say that you need to make sure that it's actually antibacterial.
The antibacterial agent on the back, it was hydrofax, and then with the agent that makes the soap antibacterial. So if it isn't antibacterial.
So I mean, they do sell like smaller bottles of that shit. So if you don't want to spend extra money, you only want the soap just for the pre-op wash and the post-op wash. There's smaller bottles of this stuff. You don't have to get a giant one. I ended up refilling my hand soap bottles around the house, and I still do to this day now. Not with that same exact bottle, obviously it's all gone, but I buy more.
Soap, and it's not going to have drug or the name of it on the back. So, just because I could talk about this with anything. So, a little bottle of food.
Oh my god! How does that... Bugs! How did you know? It was like perfect timing. Oh. Oh my god!
Like a scratchy side. Kind of like to wash around the general area, make sure you underneath. Don't forget about the sides, and I did the armpits too, based on other steps that they want me to do. So my doctor didn't tell me to do this. I just read this online from a woman. Since you have to wash with antibacterial soap each night, 7 days before the surgery, they suggested to put on clean clothing that you haven't worn since it's been washed. So I realize that sounds like kind of a given, but I actually like to wear my clothes more than once before washing them, if they aren't actually dirty. So my doctor...
That might gross some people out with all like the people on Twitter who are talking about like how people don't wash their legs, or they think that like swimming in the pool is equivalent to taking a bath or whatever. But this is not the same. Like, if I don't like sweat or anything, then I will hang up my shirt and I'll rewear it another day. 2 times max is what I will rewear a shirt. So I just wanted to like throw that out there for anybody who does the same thing, who will wear their clothes multiple times before washing them. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that. I give up. Let's just...
Instructed me to not shave my armpits 5 days pre-op. So today's my 5th day.
Okay.
Last night, I wear my clothes more than once before washing them, if they aren't actually dirty. So my doctor instructed me to not shave my armpits 5 days pre-op. So today's my 5th day, and last night was the last night I could shave my armpits. I did. I don't really shave for vanity. I kind of shave because I hate the feeling of hair there, so it's pretty interesting.
I just didn't want anybody coming for me and being like, well, I don't shave my armpits at all, and you shouldn't be like upholding that. I shave my armpits, okay? I need to. I just wanted to throw that in there so I didn't have anybody coming for me.
So another step is they asked me not to use deodorant for 2 days before the surgery. That really walked around with my wife Sunday.
Oh, that sucked.
She wear makeup for her that day because she was me in a wedding, so I warned her to try not to smell you. And then they said to shower the morning of the surgery with antibacterial soap. So, what else would we on? I read a lot of forums and recommendations and whatnot about what to do, what to get or do beforehand. So I compiled a list of things that I know now. I can't really stand by these things just yet, but I will let you know later in the series if it worked or if it didn't, and as well as if I tried anything else that I didn't talk about in this video. So one thing that was frequently shared was to basically make a nest for yourself because you need to heal. You want to rest so that you can feel better. You're going to want to rest because you're going to feel like shit, and you need to sleep a certain way. So I think that one thing.
I also want to say, because I didn't know this back then, I had actually taken a week off of work because I have an office job. I don't have like a job where I really have to like lift things or move around too much. So I only took a week off of work. But then after the surgery, as the week was going by, I ended up taking another week off of work. So 2 weeks total, and I really, really needed it. So don't, I mean, if you're able to, don't limit yourself on the amount of time to heal because you need that time. Come on.
Thing that you need to do is kind of sleep elevated. And one ingredient for your nest that a lot of women really, really stress is pillows. So most people use multiple pillows laid out a certain way. There were some women that said they bought a pillow, one of those pillows that had like the back and then 2 little arms. I think I'm just going to go with the multiple pillows. So there's a method that I've seen that I think I'm going to try called 5-pillow method. So it's just 2 pillows behind your head.
Oh my god, girl, don't worry about no 5-pillow method. Just get a bunch of pillows. You don't need to buy any special pillows. Just get a bunch of pillows. I think I must have used like 4 or 5 or something actually. And arrange them in whatever way makes you feel comfortable, as long as you are sleeping with your back elevated and you're not sleeping flat.
One pillow under each arm and then one pillow under each. And I also read that bringing a pillow or the bed home after surgery is a good idea. You can put it between your body and the seat so you don't aggravate your surgery. So
very true.
A hospital bed instead of using their own bed as like pillows. I actually have the option to rent a hospital bed for free, but I'm choosing not to because I have to.
Yeah, my IHS has a bunch of like medical equipment that you can borrow, so it could be like hospital bed, walkers, those chairs for like the showers, you know.
Some essentials around your neck is good. I wouldn't make it a hub of everything that you might possibly need because you don't want to be immobile. You want to get up and move around a little bit every now and then. But you want to keep the water next to you, a phone, maybe a book, a magazine, the TV remote, maybe a little snack. One woman said that her lap desk helps her out, and I actually have one of those. So yep.
That was way too extra. Okay.
Right, so before surgery, you may want to think about what kind of things you're going to need after you come home. So if there's anything that is up on a high shelf, you're going to want to take that and move it down to like a counter level because you're not going to be able to lift your arm. So if you don't have anybody around to help you get those items, you probably should.
This is true. You really can't lift your arms up after the surgery. I cannot remember how long it took before I could finally start lifting my arms up. It really wasn't that long. I'm thinking like a couple weeks, then I could, lift them up to here, whatever. But post-op, like you're not supposed to, and it's painful and it hurts. So I stand by that you need to have somebody helping you. You need to set shit out before the surgery. I ended up forgetting stuff, of course. So I would ask my husband a lot. I would ask him to help me. And I also had like these little grippers. They're like toys that my kids had with a hand on them. And I used that. I would have my arm like this, and I'm trying to get the toy to grab shit. It was pathetic, but yeah, set stuff out.
So do yourself a favor. You also can't lift anything heavy. The danger of popping stitches or something that's not even really that heavy might still cause you some pain. And that can be things like large jugs of drinks that like juice or tea or water or something. So one recommendation I think was to pour the drink into multiple little bottles or mugs or jars, so you don't have to lift the entire jug. Speaking of drinks, prune juice is a high recommendation as well. I've already had 3 C-sections myself, so I understand how anesthesia and the diet can kind of mess up your GI system. So many people get constipated or shit gets weird. So prune juice is something that really helps a lot of people. If you're like me and you're disgusted by prune juice, you won't drink it, you can also try muscle magnesia or stool softener tablet. Those two both helped me during my C-section. So I hope I have a...
Yeah, I still go by that too. And I mean, I knew this actually because I had experience with 3 different surgeries. So I knew that I was going to end up having some problems after this one. This one wasn't as bad as the other ones, but it had something to do with the it had something to do with like the anesthesia, I think, that causes your system to go out of whack. So yeah, prune juice, stool softeners, milk magnesia, whatever you can take that will help get things running smoothly, you know.
Obviously, diet can also help with this issue. Plenty of fiber, plenty of water. Another thing that diet can help is the overall healing process as well. So consuming a good amount of protein will help rebuild that tissue.
I don't really know if that's true. I didn't try that. At least I don't recall trying it. I think I just ate the same way that I normally do. But I read that on the internet. That protein, having a good protein intake will assist you in rebuilding and reconnecting those tissues, helping you heal faster.
Alright, so something that my doctor told me to get are maxi pads. I'm sure your doctor will too. I looked online to see if anyone had any suggestions, you know, like nighttime ones without wings, or ones with wings, whatever, I don't know. And I came across some that were like, well, up there.
Oh, that's some prime editing. Let's kind of back up a second and see what those look like.
Some that were like, well, up there.
They're not even that special. They're just regular, like, padding. Wow. No.
So everybody just kind of seems to go into the padded area.
Let's just go back into the video like normal.
The drugstore or wherever and pick up an cheap option. That's what I got. One thing I did read though was to make sure you get cushy maxi pads. Some people try panty liners to kind of reduce the bulk in the bra area, but they also claim that, you know, since it's so thin, they cause a lot of pain because...
That's true. I did try it. I had little panty liners, and I tried putting them in my bra, and the cushy padding, what I said is pretty accurate. It provides like a cushion between you and your bra, especially because you will be wearing a bra that's very tight because it's meant to be tight and compress you. So those pads worked perfectly. They were the 7th generation ones. They were wingless, so I definitely suggest not getting ones with wings because those wings are just going to annoy you. And I believe in the 2nd or the 3rd video of this series, I believe I showed how I put on the padding, so.
So yeah, those people end up switching to maxi pads because the cushy option outweighs the not bulky option. So these are the ones that I got. I did not get ones with wings, so I'm gonna go ahead and open one up. You know what the hell?
Oh, here, show it.
I think this will work. Look at me now. So yeah, that's what you need them for. I did read somewhere that people who are like, allergic to latex need to watch out for certain kind of maxi pads. They really have latex in them. This one,
Latex.
I don't see. It has an ingredient list somewhere, but I didn't see latex on there. I went shopping for these pads after.
I like how I look at the package as if I'm going to see any ingredients list that I didn't already see. You know what I mean? Like, I already looked there at the store, and I'm still like, let me look in the video. It's a nice face, by the way.
I read that.
Ah, come on.
So I got curious, and I looked at other brands of maxi pads in the aisle, but I did not find anything that said latex on them. So this person that said to watch out for latex maxi pads, they suggested to get like the really big, thick in, or if you're like me, you can get the store brand. As long as it has that antibiotic agent in it, you're golden. So, for clothing, this was my favorite part because I got to go shopping. So, everybody really stresses options that are front closing. So, a lot of button-ups.
I never wore that shirt.
You'd be surprised how hard it is to find a button-up for a woman, at least in this area.
In fact, you can buy that shirt in my Poshmark. It's listed for sale.
I couldn't find any. I was about to just wander off in the men's section. You know, I do that sometimes already anyways. But I found it.
I wore that shirt all the time. All the time. It's just a button-up shirt, like a flannel. It's not made out of flannel material, though. It's very thin material. But, yeah, I wore it all the time. Never really wore that one. Gucci.
Keep in mind while you're shopping whether you kind of want to look into the future and whether you feel like what's going to feel good on your decision. So.
Do you like my little joke there? Let's see that again. Let's see. 1834.
You can do the same thing or buy or Target or wherever the hell you shop.
Or wherever you shop.
I would just keep in mind while you're shopping whether
You're so funny.
You kind of want to look into the future and whether you feel like what's going to feel good on your decision. So some people might like something a little more tight-fitting to like hold against their incision. Some people like me, they kind of like the clothing to be loose-fitting.
I liked a little bit of both. Like I said, I wore that button-up shirt all the time, so that works for like a loose fitting. I also did enjoy sometimes wearing like a camisole. For instance, I'm wearing one right now, so like just like a camisole, and they're not like super tight, but they were still just kind of like, I don't know, just comforting, if that makes any sense.
Going away. So just keep that in mind whenever you go shopping. You don't want to get the wrong size. None of the send somebody back to the store, or you'll have to go there, or you'll have to go back there yourself. Don't do that. Stay in bed. Save your money. On the other hand, some of them said that they did like some tight clothing. So since surgical bras are made to compress the breast, some like tight tank tops kind of help support. So if you're intrigued by that, just remember one thing. You cannot lift up your arms to put on a shirt. So you're going to want to grab a tank top that you can step into and pull up. If you don't have anything like that,
That's true.
Sure you can head up Walmart or Target or whatever and get like a $3 option.
I don't know why I mentioned Target, because we don't even have a Target around here. We have a Walmart and a Meijer. And I'm like, go to Target. I've never stepped foot in a Target in my life.
So one thing that I found helpful when I had my C-section, and I think I'll probably find helpful now, is if you're just like lounging around the house resting, you know, like a robe.
That.
A robe might be good.
So that button-up shirt, that's what I wore. When I say all the time, I'm meaning like if I'm out shopping, if I'm visiting with parents, if I'm leaving the house, if I know a parent is coming over or whatever. The majority of the time while I'm like laying around in my nest healing, I was wearing that robe. Shoot, I'm not even showing it.
And if you want to be extra and look really cute while you're still in recovery,
there it is.
A nice comfy robe.
And I wasn't even wearing a shirt. Sometimes I'll have like the camisole on with the robe over top, but a lot of the times I was just wearing the surgical bra with the robe over top of it. So whatever you're comfortable in, because the majority of the time that you're going to be spending healing is going to be laying around. It's not going to be, going places and looking cute. You're not going to want to do that.
And if you want to be extra and look really cute while you're still in recovery, I found like a nice baggy jumpsuit.
I never wore that a single time, and that's just because I didn't really have anywhere to go to look that cute. But if you do have somewhere to go where you want to look nice, yeah, I would suggest that, getting a little jumpsuit. You can, you pull it on over your body, and I did try it on while I was in recovery, but I never really needed to wear it, so I still stand by this. It's just kind of at your discretion whether you're actually going to need it or not.
Yeah, you can step into it and pull it up, so I think that's really good. So I also grabbed a few bras, different sizes too, sports bras, no underwire. One woman says to get dark bras and not white bras, but it's a bad idea to get white bras because you might bleed onto it or secrete fluid and you'll see it and either be disgusted or just freak out and think that something wrong is happening when you're recovering.
Come on, I've seen a lot of women say this online, but it didn't happen to me. But at the same time, a lot of these women got their surgery at like a plastic surgery place. So they do an outpatient where you go in for the surgery and you go home that same day. I got mine at a hospital, so I stayed overnight. Therefore, I had nurses that were helping me empty the fluids from my tubes. When you go to a plastic surgery center and you get the outpatient version of the surgery, they actually send you home and you have to take care of emptying the tubes yourself. So if you end up getting this done at a hospital, you might not need to worry about getting darker bras for this reason. But if you go to a plastic surgeon and get outpatient surgery, then you might want to heed this one. I don't know for sure though.
But don't worry about stocking up with a bunch, because you'll be sent home with them. So this is what I got. Just like a sports bra, no underwire, front clothing.
Yeah, and that's another thing. I just said, don't worry, because you'll get sent home with some bras. I didn't even wear these bras for like a couple of weeks anyways. So, if you want, like, if you believe that you will be capable of shopping after a few weeks, after your surgery takes place, you can totally just go shopping for these after your surgery, not having to guess, like, what size is going to work for you. And that's because you will be wearing your surgical bra for the first couple of weeks. So, didn't really have to buy those ahead of time. And one of them ended up not fitting, so.
I just grabbed up two of those. Like I said, you don't need a lot because they're going to send you home with some. They'll definitely send you home with one. But a lot of women said that they needed to ask for additional ones, and that you really should ask for additional ones because one bra is just, you need to wash it.
I did.
So, I asked my doctor about it, and she said that obviously I'll definitely get one, but they're not going to just hand me the second one. For some reason, I need to ask for it. So,
I remember that. That is so true. I had to ask the nurse, like, they were ready to boot me out, and I was like, can I have another one? And they're just kind of like, well, we'll see. We'll go look and see if there's another one. I'm like, why are you talking as if you don't know whether you have any in stock? Like, why would you just send home with one and then tell us that we need to be clean? Like,
that in mind, if hospitals can be busy. A really important note on the bras. You should really be wearing the bras that your doctor gave you for the first 2 weeks or so. Your doctor will tell you how long it needs to be. And that's because these bras, they're surgical bras that they compress your boobs, they hold them in, and they also keep them in a certain shape. So if you swap the surgical bras and sports bras, then you're not going to end up with the shape that your doctor intended. You might end up with a shape end or a saggy breast. And that's because sports bras don't hold the breast in place while the tissue reconnects. So if you happen to come across a situation like mine, where you're a bridesmaid in a wedding that's taking place while you're 3 weeks post-op, you've already spent, like $130 on your bridesmaid's dress, and get one shoulder, I read that it's fine to wear a regular bra. As long as you're not freshly post-op, I'll be 3 weeks at that point. And as long as it's very temporary, in this case, I'll just be wearing it for the one night. So I searched long and far for the perfect bra for this occasion. Because I wanted one without underwire, but I also wanted one that had multi-weight straps, because of the one shoulder dress. So I found this guy. It's pretty nice. It has a multi-weight strap. It does no underwire. So yeah, you guys believe when I found the perfect bra for 15 bucks, I stepped that shit up faster than you can say, wait, what size should I get? I gotta see.
hilarious! You are so funny. Still wearing the same bra a year later, too.
By the way, I'm going for B cups, but I kind of figured that the swelling will be bigger. So yeah, hopefully that works. If not, Myers, you better have some in stock though. It's not for clothing though, so I'm gonna have to have one of my friends help me put it on, terrorize them with my clothes up.
I did ask one of my friends to help me too when we were getting ready, and she was like, oh yeah, I'll help you. And then, more and more time went by, and they were all still busy, like, getting ready for the wedding. So I did manage to get the bra on by myself. I just, like, clipped it in the front and turned it around, so it wasn't that big of a deal that the bra wasn't front closing. So if you end up having a situation like this where you need to wear a certain type of bra and you can't get one that's front closing, you should be fine.
So showering maybe off the table.
What did I need to rewind that. Hold up. Okay.
Back though. It's not for clothing though, so I'm gonna have one of my friends help me put it on, terrorize them with my close-up boob for the sharing. So showering maybe off the table for a few days. Now if you're worried about your hair during that time,
showering is not off the table for a few days. I thought it was because I looked that up, and that's what people were saying. Oh, I couldn't shower for this many days. I showered, I think it was the day after my surgery. So I did end up having like an episode with that though, and it had to do with, like the steam and all that. I almost passed out. I told that story in the second part, I believe, of the series. So, anyway, that's not even the point. You can shower. You just can't really wash your hair as well because you can't lift your arms. But I mean, if you go like this, then you should be able to wash your hair. But in any case, this next step is still very helpful, and I still utilized it. I don't want to say a lot because I did just end up showering and washing my hair. But at sometimes I did use this.
Just some dry shampoo.
Dry shampoo.
I found that like playing deodorant was kind of painful at times for me, so they suggested getting spray deodorant. That way you can
That, this is kind of up to you. Because spray deodorant, I mean, it does cost a couple bucks. And my ass can be frugal sometimes. But, I can't speak. Anyway, so I do still kind of stand by this, and that's because the very first few days of post-surgery, you do need something like that, where just because it's hard, I don't know. I think it was like lifting of the arm that sucked. But as far as like reaching, you don't really have to lift your arm much to reach. So either way, you still have to lift your arm up, whether you're using a spray deodorant or a stick deodorant. So the spray deodorant was kind of like to support this arm that you would be using it with. But what I found is it was pretty helpful in those first few days. And that was just because it was easier for me to like not have to reach so far and didn't have to lift up so much. But after the first few days, it really doesn't matter. You can use regular deodorant because you won't be as tender and you will be able to lift your arm just that little tiny bit to put deodorant on. Why didn't anybody tell me?
So one thing that my doctor asked me to do, and I'm not sure if other doctors would want you to do this, but maybe it's something that you can bring up to yours. My doctor, she looked at the pictures of what I wanted. She kind of like grabbed my breast and tried to form a smaller shape and have me look down and be like that. So we talked about cup sizes and whatnot. One thing that she asked me to do was to go and grab a bra that is the size and shape of the boobs that you want to have. So I went and I got a 36D. Again, I'm a 36 double D right now. And yeah, I think this is really cute. So she said to bring this on the day of my surgery.
And I ended up forgetting it too. So I talk about in this video how I wasn't exactly sure what she was up to with this bra. All I could remember was the fact that she asked me to get one and bring it. And I ended up forgetting it that day. And the whole reason that she wanted it was kind of for like the process right before surgery, where she takes a marker and draws on your body to kind of like gauge where she's going to cut her incisions and kind of like design how she's going to cut your breasts and reshape them. So it's kind of helpful still to at least go look at one. If you don't want to buy one, because I mean that thing was $10. So if you don't want to buy one, at least, you know, take a trip to the store, your next grocery shopping, whatever. Go to the bra section, hold up a bra and be like, would I like this or would I like that? I feel like that helped me a lot, have a visual of what size I would like.
And I don't know if she looks at it beforehand or if she keeps it in the OR. She wants me to actually go out, find a bra, see if I like it, make sure it's in the right shape, and then bring it in, and she kind of uses it as one of her bags as well. I don't know, I kind of think it's a good idea to do that. It gives you the opportunity to really explore what you might want as a final look. The last thing I have is help. Get help. So in my case, what I need help with is definitely help with my kids, food prep, grabbing shit from shelves because I forgot to put them down on the counter for my future self. Some women need help showering, whatever kind of help you need, arrange for it. Maybe even pick up a gift for whoever is going to help you, even if they're both loved ones.
Nick, I'm really sorry I didn't get you a gift. I can still get you one.
So, that's it for now. Please still share. Congrats, you made it. I'm really proud of you. I'm mostly proud of you because you're searching YouTube for videos of breast reduction. You're doing your research, you're trying to be informed. And it's nice to hear things from women who are actually going through the process. Not everything can be discussed with your doctor, especially if you have to wait 2 months for the appointment. And seeing other experiences really helps me, and I hope I help you too. So yeah, this is the first video of my series. I'll be filming, hopefully, each step of the way on an iPhone camera nonetheless. But hey, it's better than nothing.
I'm still filming on an iPhone camera. And I also like how I said, I'm going to be filming this every step of the way. The last one was not at the next step. I ended up skipping a few steps. I think I skipped like a whole month or a whole 2 months or something like that. And then after that, I got distracted. I got into different things. I was too busy and just kind of realized like I didn't have that many updates for anybody. Because once you hit the past couple of months, it's just kind of like, it's kind of just the same thing. The only thing that changes is your sensitivity decreases and your scars get less dark. Like they get lighter, I mean. Did I just say less dark?
My next video will be of the day of my surgery and my discharge instruction. I do want to point out that I'm probably going to be staying overnight. Most places they do breast reductions as an outpatient thing, so you did surgery, go home and stay, but my surgery is being done at a hospital, so there are a few things a little different there. Then I'll be getting updates week by week after that, so you'll be able to see my weekly recovery. So thanks for watching. See you soon.
Thank you for listening to me say 118 times. I think I actually did count that too. And I just want to point out that I didn't know how to do thumbnails back then either, and I'm still not changing it. But as you can tell, I did go back in and put a link there. So yeah, that's everything. I don't know. I think I'm going to maybe someday do an actual like reacting to my first video with my actual first video. What I mean by that is the first one that I posted as a person going, I'm going to have a channel. This person was not planning on having a channel. This person was just going to make like 5 or 6 videos about getting a surgery and then be done with it. And here I am a whole year later. I think my first video was in like November, so maybe around there I will do that. I hope this information was helpful. I'm going to go ahead and put this on the playlist for my breast reduction surgery, so whoever is interested, they can look at this and see what a person who is a year post-op has to say about this information that I had here. And a lot of it I agree with. So pat me on the back for making such good research and a decent video. And man, okay. Okay, so whatever. I'm gonna go. I hope that was helpful or entertaining or whatever you want it to be. And I will see you on the next one. Put my hand over the camera outro.